Guys, I almost got kidnapped earlier, by the way. All right, guys. We're here in... Where are we? All I know is we're about a 25-minute drive north of Agoo. Here to meet Ma'am Alma. We're gonna go see who that is and what they've got for us to eat. Magandang umaga po. Nandito pa si Ma'am Alma? Good morning sa inyong lahat. We're here in front of A&J Food House sa Poblacion Norte. Naimbag abigat kadi kayo amin. My name is Kurt. I like to travel around the Philippines eating at different local restaurants practicing my Tagalog. Kurt Ilocano. My Ilocano is a little rusty, guys. But this is a nice little area. It's about 25 minutes north of Agoo. Nice little drive. Sweet little barangay. It's chill vibes. I'm already getting good vibes from this place. And here at A&J Food House, kasama ni Ma'am Alma, may-ari mismo, yung head chef. Tapos ito yung mga, sino ba yung mga itong kasama?
Sila po ang cashier ko.
Ay, cashier? Okay. So ano yung, si Ma'am Malin, anong pinakamasarap na pinaluto nyo ngayon? Nakikita ko may, may sisig.
Ito po yung bestseller.
Dinakdakan?
Opo.
Tapos ano pa? Sisig. Siguro sa akin ito umaga, pwede kong sabukan kalahating order ng ginataang kalabasa at kalahating order ng sinam Pinapaya. Pwedeng kalahating order nito. At saka syempre isang takal ng ganin. Oh, tapos pasok tayo dito, guys. Here in the Philippines, guys, you get one napkin, so you better use it wisely. Ay, thank you po. Ha? Gusto mo ng shoutout? Sige, sama ka. Anong shoutout?
Pinapanood ka nila eh.
Napanood yung mga video.
Ay, oo ba? Gusto mo ng sticker?
Ayan, thank you. Sir, mga empleyado talaga ng munisipyo sila.
Ay, ala! Maraming salamat para sa inyong serbisyo, kuya. Galing.
Sir, pinapanood ka namin eh.
Oh, galing. Para sa si Caracol. Guys, may pinapaya. Pork siya. And then, of course, ginataang kalabasa. Masarap ito talaga. Oh, sige guys. Mag-start tayo dito with the pinapaya.
Pinapaya.
Pork na lang, guys. Pork.
Pinapaya na lang, sir.
Pinapaya. Ilocano dish ito.
Yes.
Pinapaya. Subukan natin ito, guys. So this is a dish of pork, ketchup, sugar, which is like a lot of dishes in the Philippines you'll find have sugar added to it, which is probably why I love Filipino food, kasi matamis siya. This is a good view. This is good framing, guys. So let's try this pinapaya. Pinapaya ni Ate Alma and A&J Food House. Oh wow. That's really good, guys. It's sweet. It almost tastes like a little creamy. That's very interesting. It's very good. It's like a sweet pork. Like in America, like if you have Chinese takeout, it's almost like a sweet pork. That's really good. I like that. That's a good breakfast food. Guys, I almost got kidnapped earlier, by the way. Do you want to hear that story? So when I'm traveling for the vlog, mostly I don't have access to a gym. So this morning, I went out for a jog. These shoes, guys, if you've been watching my Instagram from like a few weeks ago, I've been posting stories how like this muscle in my calf that I've never felt before. Like it's never hurt before. I didn't even know it existed. But as soon as I switched to these freaking Hoka shoes, Hoka, every single time I go running, my calf hurts, one or the other, like inevitably. It's, I don't know what it is. I stretch. I do post-workout stretching, pre-workout stretching. I don't know how to defeat it, but so I went out running this morning because when I'm vlogging in different locations outside of where I live in Manila, I have access to a gym. I'm trying to stay super healthy because I eat for a living now. So you gotta try to stay in shape. So I go running every morning, like maybe like 5 to 7 kilometers. I went out this morning and a car drove past me and I have my ear pods in. I'm listening to a podcast. This car drives past me, honks the horn, yells, "Kuya Kurt," which is totally normal. Lots of people do that. I just wave and go, "Oh," like that. they circle back around. They come driving back around like 10 minutes later. They're like, Kuya Kurt! And I'm like, so they're going, I'm running this way and they're driving this way as well. So they pass me. And the driver sticks his head out of the window and goes, Ihikoroko! And he's like, I'll turn around. So they come up and I started recording on my phone because I wasn't sure what was happening. I start recording on my phone because I didn't know what was going to happen. And they pull up and like, Kuya Kurt, sama ka, sakay. May papuntahan tayo. They're like, get in the car, let's go. We have a place we're going to. And I'm like, hindi naman. Wag na lang. And I kept at it. I'm like, you guys, because they were in workout attire. I was like, are you guys going to come on the jog with me? And they're like, no, sama ka. May papuntahan tayo, sakay. And I was like, what are you talking? Like, who are you? And I was like, bawal kidnapping ako, ha? Bawal akong kidnapping. And but they both laughed. And then they got out of the car. It was a husband and wife. They got out of the car and they're like, let's go. We're going to take you to a place that we know to go jogging. And I'm like, I don't think so. I'm like, I learned at an early age not to get in cars with strangers. But I thought it was pretty funny. They were super nice though. He saw me jogging the day prior. And he jogs as well. So he wanted to take me to a jogging path. But you know, you just never know with people. I feel like I have a pretty good sense of like understanding people and like interpreting who someone is, like as a person, based off of like a variety of different factors, like how they move, how they speak, how they dress, all those kind of things. So I knew these guys weren't a threat. They were just fans. They were excited to go on a jog with me, but I had hurt my calf muscle in the middle of that run. Like, it got straight. Like, these stupid shoes, I gotta replace them. So I was like, I can't go for. I'm like walking back to my place. They're like, well, we'll take you. We'll drive you back. I'm like, well, I'd like to finish, but it's just gonna be me walking. And they're like, okay, so susunod na lang, just next time. But it was funny because it reminded me that even though here in the Philippines, lots of people may recognize me, and I may feel very safe here because it is a safe place. But sometimes you just also have to keep your head on a swivel. Kailangan na madali lang ikot-ikot ang ulo mo. Is that how you would say that? Keep your head on a swivel? Like, just be aware of your surroundings? Guys, this is so good. Guys, we finished that so quickly. You can't even see the food, guys. You're like, I'm sitting here talking. You can't even see me eating the food. I apologize. There's a lot of people that watch the vlog and they eat while I eat. So it's like we're having dinner together or lunch or breakfast or whatever. I just read a comment last night right before I go to bed. When I go to bed, I've been going to bed pretty early, like 9 p.m., 9:30. And before I go to bed, I'll scroll through some YouTube and Facebook comments and try to respond to like 10 or 20 of them. And I read a comment from a lady that said she just had a baby and she'll put her baby in front of the screen and say, okay, here's Kuya Kurt. So I've kind of become like a Miss Rachel. I thought it was a big compliment. Ma'am Alma, pwedeng isa pang takal ng kanin para sa ginataang kalabasa? Ayun, tamang-tama yun. Thank you po. Okay guys, we got enough rice for the ginataang kalabasa, which I'm excited for. I love ginataang kalabasa. It's like a creamy, milky, perfect breakfast food item. Ginataang kalabasa. The only thing with ginataang kalabasa, guys, is you have to be sure to eat it early in the mornings because a lot of the carinderias that cook it, it sits in the chafing tray. I think that's what those are called, the steel trays that they put the food in. If it sits out for too long, it's made with milk, and the milk can spoil and it can cause some stomach problems. But this is just a delicious, delicious dish of kalabasa, string beans, some milk. Oh, it's so good. My mouth is watering already. Sometimes they'll add some meat to it. Let's get that whole thing on there. Oh, yeah. Ginataang kalabasa, guys. When people say Filipino food's not healthy, this is all gulay. This is an all gulay dish, all vegetables. How can you say it's not healthy? I think I've said before in the vlog, people I think who say Filipino food is not super healthy, this is the problem. Filipino food is not well known in the world outside of Filipino communities. And I think that's because that's for two reasons. This is my personal opinion, so don't cancel me, guys. I think one, Filipinos don't do a very good job of promoting Filipino food to the world because they don't feel the need to. Because food is personal, it's home cooked, it's what your mom cooked. And it kind of seems like Filipinos don't really care about making Filipino food like a worldwide cuisine. even though it's kind of becoming one. There's a one-star Michelin restaurant in Chicago called Kasama. And then I also read a comment where a lot of overseas Filipino restaurants struggle because when other Filipinos from the area patron that restaurant, they might not like the cooking. The cooking might not be exactly how they like it because there's a lot of regional variety here in the Philippines to the food. And so they may not like the way that that particular food is cooked. Oh, that's good. I love Ginataang Kalabasa, guys. Especially bagong luto. So good. So I think that Filipinos don't really care about promoting Filipino food to non-Filipinos a lot. And that's why Filipino food, when people like me discover Filipino food, is because I'm out exploring, or it's word of mouth, or they're invited by someone to go eat at a Filipino restaurant, something like that. So I think that's one of the reasons why Filipino food is not well known outside of Filipino communities. And I think it should be. I think Filipino food, there's so much, I mean, there's so many regional variants of like just like adobo. There's like Cebu adobo, there's Ilocos adobo, there's Pampangan adobo. Like every single Filipino dish, there's like 1,000 varieties based on the region. This is really good Ginataang Kalabasa, guys. It's good and it's healthy. So far, this has been an awesome trip to Agoo and a little bit further north up here in Poblacion. I love this area. I just love it, love it, love it. I think I'm biased, obviously, because I used to live in the area. One thing that I'm doing to try to get better at my Tagalog is I've been trying to decrease my consumption of social media, like just doom scrolling. I don't think it's healthy for anyone. I think we all should take time away from our screens, which is kind of like counterintuitive for someone like me who's a content creator, because like I get a lot of inspiration from other content creators. And of course, my whole platform depends on people consuming my content. But I think content, like anything, is something that needs to be consumed in moderation. Like you can't consume content for 6 hours a day and still be like mentally healthy. So I've been trying to limit my content consumption, but when I do get online, most of the people that I follow on social media, like 95%, are Filipino content creators or shows like It's Showtime, because that really helps me with my Tagalog. And I was watching a clip last night before I went to bed of Vice Ganda on It's Showtime, talking about just whatever he talks about. But his Tagalog is just like, do you guys refer to Vice Ganda as like he or she? What is, do they have a preference? Or is it just siya? It's just siya. So Vice Ganda was talking, just their regular speed and intonation, but their Tagalog, Vice Ganda's Tagalog is like so fast and there's so much slang to it. And I feel like I will have reached a great level of fluency when I can understand completely everything that Vice Ganda says. That's like one of my goals. Because Filipino comedians have this tendency to speak really, really fast and have lots of slang, which can make it tough for foreigners like me who are trying to learn the language to like understand what's happening. But you know, there's American content creators do that, or American comedians do that as well. So, but it's kind of more prevalent, I've noticed, in Filipino comedy. Really, really quick. You got to be really, really witty and quick-minded to be a Filipino comedian. Anyway, so last night I was watching a clip of Vice Ganda, and I got like, and the It's Showtime clips on TikTok, they don't have subtitles in Filipino or English. So I'm kind of just like left trying to guess, which is a great way to learn because it's forcing me to like use context, and it's helping me recall words that I may have memorized a long time ago but haven't used in a while. So if any of you watching are interested in learning Tagalog and getting better, that's where I'd start. Start with watching Filipino content with English subtitles, and then sabay. Along with that, memorize like 10 vocab words a day, and you'll start piecing together sentences soon enough. And after a few weeks, you'll start saying limited phrases like, kamusta ka? Nasaan po ba ang CR? Things like that. And then as you continue to memorize more words and listen to the words that are spoken, you start to put together more and more complex sentences hanggang darating ka sa ganitong kasing katatasan ng Tagalog. Diretso siya, tapos masyadong magaling ka mag-Tagalog. But even I still struggle. I've only been in the Philippines for coming up to 4 months. I'm really excited to watch vlogs of mine. I'm really excited to watch my vlogs a year from now. So that's where I would start with Tagalog. But I'm excited to see where my fluency is at a year from now. I'm really, really excited to be able to like just speak in Tagalog directly. Not have to like, right now I'm still at a place where I'm having to think in English and quickly translate it. And that process of like thinking of the words in English and saying them in Tagalog, translating them here in my bunganga, my bibig, that time, the amount of time required to do that is getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter until there's just like a catalyst, there's a click that happens, and now you're thinking in Tagalog and speaking in Tagalog. So I'm really excited. I used to have that when I was a missionary here. Towards the 1 year mark of my mission, that's when things started to click. So I'm kind of expecting it's going to take me a full year of speaking Tagalog daily to get back to that level of fluency. And of course, as a missionary, our fluency in Tagalog was kind of limited because we only only really talked about religious, spiritual concepts. We didn't talk about sports or news or current events or music. So even though we were like super fluent as missionaries towards the end of our missions after 2 years, it was limited fluency, right? Like I came home after my 2-year mission and I took the military language proficiency exam, the DLAP, the Defense Language Aptitude Program, whatever this is. It's a language test to test my Tagalog. I failed. I did not pass at all. I couldn't understand economics. I couldn't talk about politics. I couldn't talk about current events, world events, nothing. So even though we are very fluent in Tagalog as missionaries in just conversation, anything past that, it's kind of difficult. And I want to be able to talk about anything. So I'm following lots of accounts on social media of Filipino content creators that talk about sports, they talk about politics, they talk about economics, science. I'm just really interested in having a deep grasp of the language. Because we're here in the Philippines, guys. If you're here in the Philippines as a guest, like I am, you should attempt to learn a little bit of the language, right? Don't expect everyone around you to speak English all the time, even though everyone in the Philippines has some level of proficiency. Do your part, be a good guest, learn some phrases, learn to ask directions or order food or just whatever in the local language, whether it's Cebuano, whether it's Pangasinese, whether it's Waray, whether it's Ilocano, whether it's Tagalog, whatever. Make some effort, because it goes a long way. I say this quote all the time, and I think I read a comment that said I'm not attributing the quote to the right person. It wasn't Woodrow Wilson. Maybe it was, I can't even remember who it was, but basically they said, speak to a man in a language he understands, and you speak to his mind. Speak to a man in the language of his youth or his native language, and you speak to his heart. And that's totally true. And also, if you really want to participate in Filipino culture past a surface level interaction, I'm sorry, but you have to learn the language. That's a non-negotiable. Language is how culture is communicated. So you can have a surface level experience with the culture if you don't speak the language. Absolutely. But like, imagine if you were like a Russian who moved to France and you don't speak French at all and you just live in France for years. How well adapted to French culture and how deep of experiences do you think a Russian can have in France if they don't speak the language at all? It's limited because you're not really getting in depth into the culture, hearing how the words and the phrases are used to describe things and the double meanings of words and the lyricism of songs and the meaning of poetry. You don't get that if you don't speak the language, guys. So that's just my 2 cents. Don't cancel me. If some random white guy at 19 years old who's never heard a single Tagalog word can become fluent, anybody can become fluent. Pangako ko yan sa inyo, ah. Guys, we demolished breakfast. Fantastic. So, as always, let's figure out how much we owe. We're going to leave everyone with a big tip. I should bring Boston dollar bills because kind of is like this. I like being able to give everybody a tip. And many times I'll just give them, the tip to the owner. Many times I'll just give the tip to the owner and expect them to distribute it amongst the workers. And I know that sometimes it doesn't happen. I've been told that that hasn't happened sometimes. Employees of calendarias that I've visited where I said, here's money for the staff, like a big tip. Sometimes they'll message me afterwards. This has only happened like once or twice out of the 500 calendarias I've been to, and they said the owner kept the tip and didn't give it to them. And I don't know how to navigate that interesting, you know, I don't know how to navigate that because I can't demand that an owner of a small business do something, but you know, it's on camera, and I say this is a tip for everyone. Please split it up. Hey guys, let's figure out how much we owe. Of course, we're gonna leave a big tip because we always do. That's thanks to you guys and your views and your support. So let's pack up, leave a tip, and leave good vibes. Makano po yan sa akin? 80 pesos. Sigurado ka dyan?
Yes, sir.
So, meron akong 2,000 para sa inyong lahat. May konting tip para sa staff ninyo. Galing sa mga follower ko ito kasi syempre binibigyan nila ako ng support tapos ipapasa ko yung support na yan sa inyong lahat. 1, 2, 3! 1, 2, 3! 1, 2, 3! 4, 5, 6! Joke lang, yun lang.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
1, 2, 3. Thank you,
Thank you,
Kuya.
Tagalog bird.
God bless you.
Galing guys, ang bait nyo talaga.
Thank you.
Guys, punta kayo dito ha. Kung gusto nyo tikman yung pinakamasarap na pagkain dito sa poblasyon, dito na lang sa A&J. Ay, selfie, sige.
Selfie tayo, guys.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12. Sige guys, thank you so much. Mag-ingat kayo. Sige, thank you. Okay guys, I always love going to calendarias where it's just like a bunch of women working because they always just seem so happy and fun and like, not like pang marites, but it's just like so much fun to interact with them and practice my Tagalog. Ooh, guys, my calf. Gosh dang it, these stupid running shoes. I've never, ever in my entire life of running had sore calves before. It's ridiculous. Ugh. Anyway guys, here on the scooter. Hello, nice to meet you. In Tagalog, nice to meet you. Magandang umaga po. Nice to meet you is, I believe it's ikinagagalak ako sa ating pakilala. Ikinagagalak ako makilala kita. Something like that. But nobody uses that. Everyone uses nice to meet you. Like literally everyone here in Ilocano speaking region, everyone in Cebu when I went there, everyone in Manila, it's just nice to meet you. So that's pretty funny how things kind of like translate. But anyway guys, hope you enjoyed today's vlog. I'm gonna get on the old scoot. If you guys need a scooter and you're up here in La Union, he asked me for a shout out. He's like, can you shout out my scooter store? And I was joking. I said, mahal yung mga shout out ko. And he said, okay, wag na lang. And I felt bad because I was like, I'm just joking, kuya. So let's shout him out right now. How do I change? It's, Tika. It's Moon-Chewy Motorcycle Rental. You guys see that? Moon-Chewy Motorcycle Rental. That's me with my scooter. If you guys need a rental here in La Union, they're great. They drove all the way from San Juan to Agoo. It's about a little over an hour on the scooter to deliver it to me. Really great customer service. Very reliable motor. Fantastic. I'd give them a try if you guys are visiting La Union. I'm going to rent from them again when I go to San Juan in a couple of weeks. So, yeah. That's all I got, guys. Hanggang sa susunod. Ako si Kuya Kurt. Kita-kits.